theme song. Make sure you watch. Okay, we are live.
As the clock strikes 7, the fights alive. Inner circles here where voices thrive. Turn on your screens, let the magic unfold. Listening and healing as stories are told. Come on, come on, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Inner Circle podcast where hearts unite. Sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. In a Circle podcast where love is well known. In a Circle podcast.
Okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our guest. Everyone out there, to our audience, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome. Today we have another great topic. A social topic. Today we're going to be discussing women and friendship. It's a great time. I think the timing of this topic is great. We just had a female running for the highest office in the in the United States. But anyways, today's topic is great: women and friendship. But before we get into that, right? Let me just make some few public service announcement. I'll call it infomercial. This weekend, Inner Cycle is going to be officially launching, and I'll get Miss Wayne here. She's the MC, right? MC of this program. So it's going to be hot. The entire Minnesota, everyone is prepping right now. Folks are coming from all over, from Philly, from Charlotte. I mean, it's going to be late this weekend. So, hey, come out. New Brighton Community Center. Inner Cycle is going to be holding it down all weekend. Okay. Tomorrow, it's going to be meet and greet somewhere in Maple Grove, officially at the village. So, I'm going to live village in Maple Grove. Right? If you haven't been there, maybe you want to try it out tomorrow. And then Sunday, as I said, is going to be lit. Okay. Folks are coming from
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Program starts at 8 o'clock. So make sure you turn up, man. Turn up and turn out. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll jump into the topic tonight: women and friendship. Women and friendship. Wayne, what's your take on this topic tonight? Women and friendship.
Y'all know me. This topic is close to my heart. Welcome everybody tonight. I'm so excited to talk about women and friendship. I'm here to learn from my people, engage with us tonight, but I'm excited for this topic. Y'all, I'm at church, but I'm excited for this topic.
Okay. Okay. God going to test your heart to be to really go down with this topic with this topic tonight. So you're at church. But Mel, what's your take on this topic? Women and friendship. Exclusive.
Great stuff.
We're gonna be, first of all, let me just tell our audience, right? You got guys in our friendship. Today we just want to explore the dynamics of women and friendship, right? How do women go about making friends with each other and all this stuff? So Mel, with that, as a male, as a guy, what's your take on this topic tonight?
Great topic. I hope I'm in the minds of women to understand what friendship is. However, good evening, everybody. I think this is a great topic. There are positive and negative you can take away from women and friendship. I'll focus on both. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes a woman kind of bond, they form that connection. My brother, it can be powerful. They form sisterhood. They can really, move mountains. But
Mhm.
sometimes when they are, when that connection is not there, wherein they come to a position, they feel like they are competing, that drive a lot of discomfort, disconnect, and envious and jealousy and all those kind of things, right? So, women are very important in society. So having sisterhood and having friendship built over time, it leads to a lot of things, a lot of good things. But the opposite of that can be detrimental to society, wherein, like I just mentioned, negativity, jealousy, and also gossip, and basically just looking at rumors and things that will kind of just pull them apart. However, we look at both, like I said, positive and negative, and the negative side of things tonight.
Okay. Do you think women, I mean, the friendship between women, is it transactional? Is it a transactional friendship wherein like it is formed based on maybe what it can get out of the friendship, and then one that's not there, right? It's like the move on. When I'll let you take this first, and I'll come back to you.
I'm gonna turn on my camera, but I think some friendships are transactional because sometimes people sincerely don't want to be your friend. They just want to come near you to gain something. So some friendship can be transactional, depending on that person and what they're seeking out of you. Some people are looking for a beneficial factor, and then they're not really looking for a sincere friend, and that's the problem with some women.
Okay, Mel.
Yeah, I would say that is partially true, not holistically. There are some friendship that are built on the basis of just helping each other out. Like I just mentioned from the intro of what I said,
Mm-hmm.
sisterhood. And those are just built on how can I help you? How can I be your support system? And those are friendship that are not transactional, but they are, sisters out there that will hang on the sisters that doing well, and just basically to get from them? Are they in a successful relationship? Do they have successful career? Do they have those things that can uplift me when I'm not with them? I'm trying to get closer to such sister or such friend to see how best I can get those things from them. So I would say partially that statement is true, but it's not holistically true as we look at friendship amongst women here tonight.
Okay. So then, if you think it's partially transactional, not holistically, I mean, what would be the diff? What like? What's the one difference from your perspective as a male? What's the one difference between a female friendship and a male friendship from your observation?
Well, male friendship, my brother, we tend to operate on a different spectrum. What do I mean by that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can have a brother, a friend, that understands me, um, and basically we can our friendship will go forever. We are not emotionally, you know, attached. We basically build our friendship from a man's standpoint on a different level. On okay, this guy, does he really, is he and I on the same page? Are we, are we moving in the right direction? We tend to pick our friends on the basis of goals and ambition and just brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Women sometimes they pick their friends on the basis of peer pressure. This lady is somehow sociable. She's out there. She's extrovert. I want to have that. She have a lot of friends. It's not on the basis of value. So those things. Some men tend to do that, but on the majority, you will see women falling for those type of things. Like, oh, this lady is popular. I want to be a friend. She has this. She's successful. She had a successful relation. Let me get closer to her. But the intention might not be right if you get closer to them. But I would say again, my brother, there are some ladies, some women, some female that form friendship just on a basis of sisterhood, and the intention could be right. The intention is just leading in that direction of me being like a support system, being your friend, a corner
Mm-hmm.
that you talk to anytime you need to talk.
Okay. Before I push that further, right, I just want Wayne. So Wayne, if you want to, please stay on camera. We want you to stay on camera, whatever it is, right? I'll do that. But before I dig further, do you agree with Linda's statement here? I mean, it's like this, right? It's like she want to focus specifically on the Liberian community. Do you think the Liberian community friendship is based on hate? Is that true? Is that a true statement
Yeah,
here?
I have to agree. A lot of their friendship is not genuine. A lot of them are I don't like Mary, you don't like Mary, so let's buddy up together and become friends. So those friendships, the foundation on which they're established on is all hate. Absolutely. That's why you get a lot of people exposing each other every 2, 3, 4, 5 months in the friendship because sincerity, y'all met and because y'all have one person in common yet that y'all don't like. So she's right. A lot of their friendship is based on hate or is based on popularity as well too. I see this girl, she's always outside, she got money, she popping bottles in the club. I'm gonna try to connect with her, but a lot of their friendship is based on disliking of another person. Absolutely. I have to agree with that.
Why is that then?
Why is that? Because people, we live in a world where people have secret animosity and they'll be smiling in your face. I mean, a lot of us females, we're the one that bringing each other down. You understand? It's like they see you. Sometimes you don't even do nothing to these people. The way you
Mm-hmm.
carry yourself, people will feel some type of way. The way you articulate your words, people will feel some type of way. The way you present yourself in situation or handle certain situation as a break you, people will feel some type of way. So sometimes you're not even doing nothing, right? People just create these narrative of you just because of that perception and automatically say, I don't like her. Right, I don't like her, and then be it you have another friend you maybe had like an altercation where you fell out. That one I don't like you because of how you carry yourself. Plus this one that you had a little minor altercation with, they're gonna join together and boom, they start the hate train. So that's kind of how most of their friendship goes.
Yeah. So that's a win. Now I will take that to you again. I mean, it's like that. I will put Lena comment back here. It's kind of a generalized, not only to female here, right? Even though we're focusing exclusively on female tonight, but it's friendship in the Liberian community. It's a based on hate. Do you agree with this statement?
I somewhat agree with it, but not holistically. We gotta leave room for those things that we've seen friendship over
What
time in the Liberian community
what
that
aspect
have.
of it do you what aspect of it do you agree with, and what aspect don't you agree with?
I don't want to generalize it. That's just
Mm-hmm.
why I don't agree with the statement holistically. I partially agree with it because we are a huge community, and in a community you have friendship that have flourished over time, and these people remain friends from down the line and continue to move on because the intention of the friendship or the foundation of it is built on support system. It's built on how can I help you. It's built on honesty and transparency. Somewhat, I agree with her. There are some friendship over time amongst the Liberian ladies or females that have been established on the basis of hate. Like Wayne just said, those things are truth. Because over time you see, okay, this lady is basically doing well. Let me get to see what she's doing in her corner. So that's type of friendship that is established. It's not established on the basis of true friendship. Because true friendship, you want to make sure you have your friends back. But sometimes just to find out, how you living your life, what are you doing differently, and then go back and have these clique, that will just form these emotional drain for you, gossip
Okay.
about you, talk about every little thing you do. They discuss you. They once they find out those things. So yes, what she's saying is true based off of her experience, but it's not holistically true. Because like I said, example I'll give you, we've seen ladies. I'm not going to mention them because I haven't talked to them while coming on a live show here tonight that have been friends for a very long time from Liberia. Some of us came here on the basis of immigrant and refugee status, and some people came here on the basis of DV and political asylum. We've seen people from Liberia back down the line that remain friends up to now, from the
Mm-hmm.
early 90s up to now, and those friendships were established on just true friendship. Nowadays you have friendship that are just been established. Just let me get to know this person. This person is so popular. I want to understand how is she popular. I want to understand who's in your corner. And sometimes it lead to that statement she made. The lady kind of made up there. I don't know. Is that Linda, right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
like,
yeah, really, yeah.
yeah. So those things tend to, we can be 100% here tonight to be like, yes, it's holistically true because we've seen some that are positive and we've seen some that are negative.
Okay. Um, what role then do you think social media is playing in all of this, right? Is that you guys mentioned about true friendship, genuine friendship. Now you talk about, folks who have been friends from 90s, up to now. what role do you think social media is playing into this, like, genuine friendship versus fake friendship? Wayne.
I think social media don't play that much of a role. Again, it's how you utilize the social media you're given. You know, you will have all these memes that are telling you what a friendship should be. But like Mel said, if you genuinely establish a foundation of that friendship, both parties will have a expectation of what they want from that friendship. So social media shouldn't generate or deteriorate how your friendship should go with somebody. Because I've seen social media, they have it has this power to damage friendship. Because you will see people posting, oh, my friend bought me this, these little memes or these little stories, and then you start questioning your friend, knowing very well your friend don't have it like that, but she shows up for you in other ways that a friend should. So I just think social media role is there. It left for you how do you utilize that in the friendship that you have and how you want to use that.
Mhm. But don't you think, like, with the whole following thing, right? Facebook, the amount of followers you got, if you are popular on Facebook, or maybe you're always on Snapchat or Instagram, isn't that like, don't folks like generate friendship from those mediums and things like that?
That's
Mel?
what we're saying is
Oh,
not
no, no,
sincere. That's not a sincere friendship. If you're only generating a friendship because of the type of popularity you produce, then I
no.
don't even want you to be my friend. That means you generally don't really rock with me. You're only there for an opportunity. You're probably there to come up, right?
Mhm.
Genuine friendship should be a friendship, popular or not, like or not, people should rock with you. Right. So if you think because oh this girl is popular or she's on this show, people know her name, yada yada yada, I'm gonna attach myself to her, baby girl, you wasting your time because I'm not gonna be your friend because it's not genuine, it's not sincere. Social media, being famous, whatever it is, if that's what you're looking for, then you got people got the wrong morals, people got the wrong values, or people got the wrong expectation on what they want in a friend or how they want a friend to look like,
Mhm.
or wrong definition of friendship in general.
Okay, okay. Well, folks, we are discussing women and friendship here tonight. It's a topic we want to just dig into further, right? It's like, it's like it's a complicated one. Women and their friendships. Sometimes they can be cool, as Wayne said, or Mel said, they can be sisters. From way down the line, they can continue. Or sometimes, man, it can be vicious. So tonight we're discussing women and friendship. You can comment or you can call our number 817-600-1525. Patience, thanks for joining us as our panelists here tonight. What's your take on this topic, women and friendship, from your vantage point as a woman? What do you make of this whole dynamic about women and their friendship?
Well, I mean, most friendship these days is not real. Most friendship is not built on loyalty. I
Hmm.
think I was watching when I said these days people become friends because of the hate they have for their ex friend. That's how, especially in the Liberian community, that's how females are coming together these days. Okay, I don't like her, you don't like her, boom, let's be friends. Whatever she told you when you guys was friends, you come and tell me, and I will tell the rest of the world. Pretty much, that's just how friendship is not what it used to be back then. Now it's just gossip. That's what the friendship is about.
How was friendship back then versus now?
I mean, people had people back. There was loyalty. Like when we were growing up, you have your friend, that's your person. You talk to, you tell them everything, and you guys ride and die together. You'll pull up together if you need to pull up. That's how friendship was when we was in high school. Now it's not like that. The little misunderstanding you guys you have with a friend, your business is all over social media, and everybody else knows about it. So yeah.
What has changed though from now? I know, like, the world has changed a lot, right? So many, like, technology, everything has changed. But besides that, what I mean is, like, if I meet a friend where we connect, we create a bond, why would I just maybe, like, we might have, like, in every relationship there will be misunderstanding, right? There will be conflict. There's no perfect relationship. But why
Right.
should I lead to hate, or gossip or anything like that?
People are, like I said earlier, people are not building friendship on, okay, I want to get to know you for you. I want you to be my person and I'll be your person. People are not doing that anymore. People are building friendship on the fact that, okay, let's be friends so we can talk about this person, or since you and this person are not friends anymore. And for, I don't know, it's sad to say, but women really hate each other nowadays. It's so sad. But females, we're not coming together as women to support support and build each other up. Instead, we're jealous and we're just building this hate. If you see someone doing good, you're like, okay, she thinks she's better than me. So that becomes a problem. That's how people are looking. Instead of like supporting that person and waiting your turn, we're not doing that anymore. We just want to get the fast life. And instead of being patient, we're being jealous. And
Okay.
that's what I hate
So,
everything.
so I will go right there. Right? Is that a reason? Do you think is that's the reason why Kamala Harris lost the election on Tuesday? I mean, there's more females in the United States than there's more females in the United States. There's more women than men. That's just a fact. There's more women than men.
I
Why?
mean,
It's like wait, let me finish my thought process here. There's more women than men, right? It's like, but it's like, but it's the second time in my lifetime a female has run for election in the United States, and they just cannot hit that glass ceiling. Why? Is it because female don't like each other? Oh, to you male as a male here. Okay, what's your take on that?
Well, for politics, I would say that is different. Kamala lost the election I would say I'm coming to that. There are a
Okay.
lot of factors. There are a lot of factors on which she lost the election, and I would say it started basically when old man Joe, our president now, who basically, know within himself that he was not, healthy to continue running, and basically kept
But
on going and kept on
but,
pursuing.
but
I'm coming.
Mel,
Maybe I'll come to that point.
no. Let me hold you there, though, Mel. We're talking about a female that had the opportunity
Yeah,
to to make history.
yeah,
Okay, you have these women complain who say, "Oh, we don't have opportunity." Whether Caucasian or black or Latino, or you have females complaining, "Oh, the males don't give us opportunity." We don't. It's like you have an opportunity to make history. Sometimes, right? People vote against their interest. A lot of people who voted for Donald Trump. I mean, I'm a Republican, right? A lot of people who voted for Donald Trump not because of his policy or anything like that, but just because he's like his his masculinity because he was a male, right? People voted for him because he's a male. You know what I mean? Some dudes voted for him. He said, "Hey man, I'd rather vote for a man versus a woman because I'm a man." Why couldn't it have been in Kamala Harris' case?
yeah. What I was trying to say, AB, is that there were a lot of contributing factors that led to her losing. That you mentioned is one of them. Another key piece was, yes, she kind of started her campaign at a very late stage of the election, right? She didn't set the stage. Her policy were not put out there like that. There were certain things that she was not giving for people to really understand and be like, yes, this is what we want. One of the key things that people were looking for was the economy, right? The inflation. And this started with the administration she's currently with, and that impacted her too negatively, that resulted to her losing. So yes, women, a lot of them are Republican, and a lot of them looking at, okay, how is my life now, and how was my life then? In terms of the inflation, those were the key driving forces as to
So,
why she lost.
yeah.
I'm not going to limit it to women. Yes, a lot of women didn't vote for her, but it's based on a lot of contributing factors.
Okay. Wayne.
Women don't like you. Shut up. Patient said it earlier. Women will bring another woman down in the blink of an eye. It's not about the politics tonight. It's about women and friendship. There are women that you will be your supervisor in that office. They'll make you. It will give you hell. Women sincerely don't want to see another woman going up. I have a problem with my women's on this app tonight. We should beat each other backbone every spaces that we see another women at black, white, pink, maroon, or burgundy, right? But that's never the case. In Kamala's case, I agree with Melanie that piece. Like she entered a race very late. She had 100 and something days to prep. Right? Please don't not too much on my sugar daddy Joseph. Thank you. And but other than that, some women didn't vote for her because she was a woman. A woman can run this country. I think people that talk like that, they're projecting their own insecurities, but that's another story. But in all honesty, women, we do bring each other down and we are each other's downfall sometimes. Yes.
Okay. Patient. Same thing to you.
I'm
Kamala.
still I'm still grieving. I don't want to talk about that topic right now. I'm too sensitive on this whole election thing. So let's skip that other
No, I
question
know.
for me today.
No, no, no. I want if you are emotional, right? Let your emotion out. That's what it's all about, right? It's like, do you think if women were going to support her, right? It's like you guys said, women, like women these days, right, don't like each other. If women were going to rally around her, you know what? She has an opportunity to make history, whether I agree with her economic policy or not, or what have you. But at least, right, she has an opportunity to make history. Why couldn't women rally around her?
Black women came out and they show out.
Mm,
The other women that did not vote for her, we're just gonna leave it between them and God. They have the reason why they did not. But we black women, we came out
mm.
and we supported her. And America is just not ready for a female president. She's not the first female that ran. America is men in their whatever. That's how America is built. America is a
Well,
man's
as I said,
world.
there's more women here, though. There's more women in the United
There
States
is, but
there's
there is, but the country itself is not ready for a female president. They're not gonna let a woman take control of this country, regardless of what background, what color she is. America is not gonna let that
So
happen.
do you think if even if women were going to rally around her, she was never going to win?
I, I, I personally do not believe that she had the chance to win. I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. We've been through this.
Mm.
We went through this in 2016, and we
Okay.
got the same result. So I wasn't
Mhm.
expecting anything different. We played our
Okay.
part. We did what we had to do to support her as a woman, and we
Mhm.
wasn't just voting for her because she is a woman. We were voting for our rights. That's what
Mhm.
we was voting for. It's not the fact that she's a woman. If Orange Man was going to be in favor of our rights as women, we was going to vote for him too. So
Okay.
it wasn't just so much of that.
Okay. So folks, we are discussing women and friendship here tonight. We just kind of dive a little bit into the whole. Tuesday was a big election here, and there was a female on the ballot. So we felt appropriate, like we felt it new, right? Discussing women and friendship, just to throw that in there. So Miss B, welcome, welcome. Tonight we're discussing women and friendship. Our number is 817-600-1525. Miss B, how's your friends out there? We meet in friendship. How are your friends? How long have you been with your girls?
Oh, I'm so sorry about my background. I've been blessed when it comes to female friendships.
Mm,
I know people strive to have at least one best friend. I've been blessed with three.
mm,
My oldest friendship goes back since we were 6 years old.
mm,
My second oldest friendship was when I met her when we were in the ninth grade.
mm.
And then my third friendship goes back from when she and I was in the senior year, 12th grade of high school.
Okay.
And so I've been blessed, and I come from a family full of women,
Okay.
positive, strong women, right? And so
Mm,
I've never bothered or struggled with having insecurities when it comes to my female women.
mm,
And I think that's probably some of the reasons why we have the problems that we have with women. I've never been one to struggle with that because I come from so many positive, strong women, have been around me, and that's in size, academic achievement, looks, everybody's different, just a good variety of different types of women I grew up around in my relationships. That my three best friends are all three different individuals, three different unique individuals, have
mhm,
their
mhm,
own three realities and three different stories, right?
mhm,
And
mhm.
so all of that has really helped me be comfortable and okay meeting women, uplifting women, and interacting with women. And I think also with men.
Okay.
And let's bring that to the election, right?
Mhm.
Um, I think there needs to be some healing when it comes to Black women,
Ah,
first and foremost,
okay.
and that shows in what happened here on Tuesday night, right? How
Okay.
we voted, and even prior to, like, I heard a lot of things being said on Facebook about her as a woman, Black women dealing with colorism, right?
Wow.
Light skin versus dark skin, your size, your shape, all those things that we're battling and not healed from, and that is trauma. And I know we've talked about grief before with somebody on the show. All
Mhm,
those things played into the results and the outcomes that we've seen on Tuesday night. Our inability to support a qualified Black woman, a
mhm,
qualified woman, period, a
mhm,
qualified for the job, overly qualified individual,
mhm,
right? All of
Mm.
those things were hard to support because of all the different traumas and healings that still needs to happen amongst us women.
Okay. So I will kind of dig deeper into it. You mentioned your three friends. Besides your three friends, where you guys have come from, I'll call them your sisters now. Have you made
Yes.
like any newer have you made like, any newer friends? You know, it's like or all these ones they are just your acquaintances.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a very strong personality.
Mm,
And there's two things that are either going to happen when I meet other women. Either they're going to
mm,
love me or they're going to hate me. And that's just it, period. Right.
mm,
I am authentically myself and I show up like that all the time. And it speaks to the positive women that I've met through this podcast. Right. I
mhm,
mean, you would think we've all been knowing each other for years. Right.
mm,
And
mm,
it just makes me even enjoy coming into this space
mhm,
every week,
mhm,
because they're different from me and I love different. I like
mm.
things that are different from me, right?
Yeah.
They're all beautiful on the outside differently and they're all beautiful on the inside differently. And so I feel like I'm open to always interacting with different types of women, different mindsets,
Sure.
different points of views. I
Okay.
grow because of that and I thrive off of that, right? If I'm the smartest person in my crew, then that I need to leave. That crew's not working for me. Right.
Mm,
And
okay.
so
Okay.
I need other people who can keep me on my toes thinking. And that's with everything. That's with fashion. That's with our
Mm,
look, with our style, our walk,
sure.
our
Sure.
talk, right? I
Mm.
like that when I can vibe off of different women. They're tasting music, tasting food. So I can say I don't have issues with that, but I don't know what other people who may have issues with me may think or say.
Yeah. Mel, what do you think men, right, are easy like to, a guy can go to the club or to a bar and make and get a friend from them, they become good friends. You sometimes see that hard nowadays, right, between female, like Miss B just mentioned. You know what I mean? She have had like her friends from like, her sisters back in the day. And up to this day, right, she have not added anyone to that cycle. Why men though it's easy to add people to our cycle, but for women, it's hard. Why?
Yeah, there are few reasons for that. And I would say one is emotional intelligence. All right.
Hmm.
Some women
Okay.
do have that. Men, we are not emotionally like women would be like detached at some time. So what do I mean by emotional intelligence? Men, we basically don't look at things from the innermost. I can see somebody once we talk about sports, we gather and talk about, based off of what you like. If you like watching basketball, we can connect from that level and
Hmm.
build a friendship. Women are not operational like that. They will build that emotion with you on the basis of shared experiences, on
Hmm.
the basis of mutual support, right? And these
Hmm.
things take time over time. They will meet a person here today and establish that friendship, but over time, as they kind of progress, once those things are not, seen and they are not connected on those levels that I just mentioned, that friendship will die down. But friends, we can leave from here today and go to the bar, you and I, AB, and watch sport and just connect on that basis. Once we can talk about that, right? And just have that boys conversation. So we don't base it on the basis of experience and education and communicational style. But once we establish one thing, we'll move from there. Women, they are different. They are very different when it comes to establishing friendship with their fellow female. They will look at, is this person really, we can really kind of connect on emotionally? Do we share the same experience? Our communication style look the same? Do we tend to do things that I like? If
Yeah.
those things are not aligned, you will not find that friendship going a very long way.
Okay. When does I mean, what role does education? Okay, I'll move on from you. Patient. What role does education has to play in? I mean, out of this, right? It's like you. What role does education have to play in all of this in women forming friendship?
Well, first of all, before I can answer your question, I just want to say people use the word friendship very lightly these days.
Mm, okay.
Like for me, when I say friend, that's someone who I know, regardless of what time I call you, where you're at, what you're doing, you're gonna pick up the call and you're gonna show up.
Mm,
That's what I call friend, because I know that's how I am as a person, and that's what I expect from my relationship with whoever that I'm considering to be a friend. These days, people meet people and just say, "Okay, we're friends." But anyways, back to your question. I want to be among a group of people that inspire me to be better than what I am today.
Mm-hmm.
That's the role education plays in friendship with females. I don't want to be friends with someone who 5 years from now you're still to where I met you at. You're not really contributing much in a sense to say
But why
competition.
if though? Why if? Let me just hold you there, right? Why if that person, even though they are, they have not grown or they are not growing with you, but why if that person, she got your back? She's always there for you. You call her, as you mentioned earlier. Every time you pick up the phone and call her, she's there. But maybe she doesn't want to be at your wavelength in terms of growth, but she's always there for you. She got your back. Won't you maintain that?
I'm gonna keep it. You're a lawyer for. I'm gonna keep it, but the relationship is not going to be on a higher level because I want to grow with the cycle that I'm in. This is show
Mm,
me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. That's the same as it has always been.
yeah.
If we cannot, let's make plan. Let's come together and make a 5 year plan. Let's come together at the end of the year and make a plan of what we're going to do to advance ourselves and our kids and our future the upcoming year. That's the type of cycle I want to be in. I don't want to go to the club every weekend. I don't care if you are loyal to the boom. Me, you're not going to the club every weekend. And I mean, education wise, we need to sit and be able to have a conversation and just like have an intellectual conversation. You can't just be friends with any and everybody because people's spirit rub off on each other. Like you
Mhm.
will meet someone who would drain you in every aspect of your life if you're not careful. So the
Okay.
people you bring around you take things from you without you even knowing. That's how
Okay.
I look at the whole friendship aspects and education wise.
Okay, Miss B, do you look at friendship from that lens where you like there has to be someone two of you gotta grow together, have the maybe have the same educational level or something? Is that do you look at friendship from that dynamic?
No. My best friends, first of all, they don't live in Minnesota. One lives in Atlanta, Georgia. One lives in Aberdeen, South Dakota, and then another one lives in Arizona. And so I do have other female friends. I know earlier you had said, "Oh, since those three, I haven't been able to have any
But
other friends in." And
I was
so
just going, I was just
relation
going, yeah, no, go anyway, finish your tab. I'm just gonna put something.
relationships are not all the same for me. Not all females and I that I call my friend have the same level of friendship. Like
Mhm.
there's different levels and different relationships with everybody, right?
Okay.
There's some relationships where I love to try out different restaurants, right? So I know who that person I'm going to call. They are a foodie like me. I
Mm.
like to shop and take my time. My sister does not like to be patient when it comes to shopping. She likes to rush. So I never go shopping with her. I have that girlfriend who loves to shop the way that I like to shop, be in the store, take our time. We like to try things on, put outfits together, and so on and so forth. So all my relationships are not equal the same. As far as for me, I would say there are people in the community that I've been friends with and I've been crucified or questioned because of that friendship, where people feel like those people have been more promiscuous and this whole birds of a feather flock together thing. And I'm like, no, my reputation and who Denise is stands for, precedes itself. So I'm not worried or concerned whenever I may be seen with somebody who may have a promiscuous lifestyle or background.
Mhm.
I'm not a follower. I don't let people lead me to do things I don't want to do. I
Okay.
remember one time I was at a Christmas party and I set the tone for let's just try weed one time to say we tried it. Everybody else did it. And when it got to me, I was like, you see, you guys should not be letting peer pressure be a thing.
Hmm.
And to this day, I can tell you I've never smoked weed. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And that doesn't make me feel any less than or better than people who have or do like to do that, right? And so that's not what I base my relationships with. I just been blessed to have genuinely good people in
Mhm.
my life and around me, regardless of their academic background or their marital status. If they're single, I'm married, I have single girlfriends.
Mhm.
My husband has tried to say, "Oh, you shouldn't be." I was like, "No, I'm not going to let you decide who I'm going to be friends with and not going to be friends with, who I'm going to associate with, not going to associate with. Just
Okay.
know I'm never going to let anything come into our life that's going to stray me from you, kids, and family, right? I know to make that decision."
Okay. Uh, Patience. Do you have do you have friends like the way, or do you make friendship the way Miss B make friendship, wherein that she have a you know fashion friends, she have a restaurant friends, she have a restaurant friends, you know. Okay, she have a club. When she want to go to Jumbo, she know who to roll with. Okay, when she want to,
I got my jumbo friends. Yes.
okay, patient. Patient. Do you make friends like that, or for you, it's all about who can vibe with you, who can grow with you. That's how you keep your friendship.
For me, I'm a lazy friend. I show up when I need to show up. I have two friends. I'm one of those people where
Lenny, a lot of about these female tonight, right? Is that then Miss B have three friends, Patient have two friends.
yep.
We not under your free. I don't know your. We don't know your female count. I mean, we'll get
I
to you.
come in when you're ready. I come in. I just waiting for the noise to go down. I come in.
Let's go. Patience. Two
Yeah.
friends. Two friends.
So I'm the type of person. I'm not on the phone with my best. I have a best friend. My best friend lives in Minnesota here. I see her probably twice a year. That's for her birthday and my birthday. She and I talk every 2 to 3 months. I'm one of those people. Like, call me. If you're in need of anything, call me. I'll be there. But I don't have the time to be sitting on the phone and be having conversations. I got other things to do. If it's not an emergency, we're not talking. And that's how she is too. I make friends up for who I am. Like, I'll see you. If you are my type, we vibe. You have my vibe, you're my friend, because I don't want to be that type of person who neglects their friends. So I go for who I am in every relationship, for that matter. I don't go to her house. She don't come to my house. If we need to meet up, we meet up. But at the end of the day, when we do get together, it's like we have always been in the same space. And that's the type of relationship I look for. Because don't expect me to be in your space all the time, and I don't expect you to be in my space all the time. Just know I love you regardless of where life takes us. And whenever you need me, I'm just a phone call and a text message away. But I am a lazy friend.
Okay. Well, folks, you have heard tonight, right? We're discussing women and friendship. The number is 817-600-1525. We're learning a lot here tonight. Some women, some females only have two friends. Some of them have three friends. Mel, what's your female count? I mean, what's your friendship count? What's your friendship count?
What's your friendship female count?
What's your friendship female count?
General friend, male or female. What's your friendship count?
What's your friendship female count?
Well, at this point, I don't have a female friend, and there are reasons for that. I respect every woman I come across, and I will treat you as a sister. But in the certain boundaries, sometimes you just gotta, keep. There are great women out there, and the reason I don't keep a female friend, I'm not going to go into that, but I have a lot of guys friends, good friends, right?
Exactly, and that's how I was trying to drive her, right? Don't let Miss B set you up.
No, I would touch. I was
trying to get to your female.
I will tell you tonight, brother. I have
these girls.
So your female count is 0.
Let me just finish this, right? Patient have two friends, right? Two female friends. Dennis have three female friends. How many male friends your friends do you have that you can? How many guys?
Man, like very, very close. I would say from 1 to 10. And these are friends that have turned brother over time. I call them and they are dead. As soon as I call one of them, they are dead. They need me, I'll be there as well. Two of my friends traveled from out of state here. We're just having something little, and they were here just having fun with me, and that's how we've been over the time. These guys have become brother. I have a bunch of them. The Sam Yuko you see on the show, Sam and I have been friends for over 20 some more years. I've been knowing Sam from Liberia. Sam know a lot about me, so I have a bunch of friends. Through Sam, I got to know few people. UAB, my boy Bobby. There are a bunch of friends I have, right? From a boys or guys standpoint, and we treat each other like brothers, and they'll remain brothers as we kind of go. I'm just saying, like, real close friend, 5 to 10. That number might increase depending on how you look at
it. Okay, Ms. B.
So can I ask him a question, Abraham?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is his female count 0 because of his partner? Is that an influence in your inability to have female friends?
Well, I don't want to see it as inability. My partner doesn't have a problem with me having female friend. However, I just don't want to create a scenario that will create an environment, you know, environment that is not conducive for my lady. I wouldn't want her to have, guys, friends, hanging out with them. So also I said that for myself. Something I don't want someone doing. I should kind of make sure I'm not doing that to them as well. Prior to me getting my lady, I had a bunch of female friends and I would do things, we hang out. It was just on the basis of mutual friendship and just support. But at certain level, you just want to focus on growth, focusing on your family. If you need my help as a lady, I will help you, but not to the extent of having you as, a friend and I will just do things together and talk on the phone. That time have passed.
Okay. So Miss B, right? Why is it easier, right, for guys? I think I asked you a question earlier, but I don't think you were on the show then. But why is it easy for guys? Mel just talk about. I mean, I think Mel can even go to 20 if you really want to count, right? But the 10 guys that he's talking about, those are folks, right? He's very close to. Why is it easy for guys to do that? But you females, I mean, it's like you might meet someone you vibing with, but you guys just don't get there, right? Don't It's like you have a very close knit, very, very your cycle is very small. Why is that?
Why is it easier for guys to not have female friends? Is that what the question?
No, no, no. Why is it easy for guys to have a bunch of friends, right? Genuine friends, right? A lot of them, but not females.
I have a lot of female friends. I feel like
No, no,
if I was to throw,
to us, you have three
I have
friends.
3 best friends. I
Yeah,
have
okay.
3 best friends.
Mel say he has about 10 best friends.
Mel has 10 best friends.
Yes.
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 Okay, I
More
just
than
have
that
3.
number.
I have
More
3
than
best friends, but I have more than the 3 good friends. I have more than those 3 good friends, but those are
So
reason why
what's the
I
difference
set them
between
in a different
what's
category
the,
is because they've been in my life for a long time. And all my friends that I've met in recent years know those 3. And nobody has a problem when I say, oh, these 3 are my 3 best friends. Like I celebrated my 40th birthday. And I took time honoring which and every one of my friends. And I spoke about a different relationship that I had with each and every one of them, right? And so everybody that knows me knows I have those 3 really good friends that I've had for a long time. So any other girlfriend knows me. I could have a female brunch, which I've been trying to plan one, an all women's brunch. And I could invite 100 women that I really genuinely know. I would
so
have no problem, no hesitation inviting
well, yeah,
100 women.
those are acquaintances, or those are not your friends. Isn't that a genuine statement?
These will be
You know
100
them, you
women
know
that I've
them,
broken
right?
bread with. That is
You
not just
know them,
acquaintance.
but they're
Acquaintance for
not.
me is like somebody. Acquaintance for me is somebody that I just randomly come across every now and then. We have no connection whatsoever outside of when I see them out there and I'm like, hi, how are you? It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the work that I do, because I work in community, I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to say that I'm genuinely connected to this amount of women
Mm-hmm.
because of that work, right? And this is the thing, you can't put pressure on people to have a lot of friends because relationships take work.
Mm-hmm.
They take work. I recently met an African American friend, Veronica, 2 years ago, and it's because of the effort that she puts in that we continue to have such a great relationship. I just met her 2022. She's a planner type. She has her fiance, so that helps. She's family oriented. She's a planner. I mean, we've taken trips together because she's really detailed and those kind of things. So it's like friends have different characteristics that help to make the relationship stay and
Mm-hmm.
grow, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that I don't have more than those 3 friends. I have friends that do different things and bring different things and perspectives to my life.
Okay.
But back
Patiently,
to the male and female thing.
yeah.
So male male men have a problem with their women having male friends. And so if you came and met me with some really good male friends that were in my life before you would want me to not carry on those relationships.
Oh, you want to ask Mel? Mel, I think that's a
Yeah.
question. She want to keep
Well,
pushing that line. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I would say one thing that you might not, or maybe a lot of people don't want to hear. I would tell you one thing. I'm a man, right? And I understand when a guy is a friend with a female. There's no guy will be around a lady for just friendship, just
That's not
friendship. There
true.
is,
That's
come on,
not true.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Let me just tell you,
Okay.
it's just hard to just have a male friend that is not thinking about. They might not say it, but they
Mm,
have a window. Okay,
mm,
so
mm,
that's the reason you see a guy when you are with them.
mm,
It's not that they're against you having a male friend, but having
mm,
control over that is important, right? Certain things you don't want to do with somebody who and you just friends, right?
mm.
Hanging out, leaving your partner out and going with somebody you call friends. So for a
Okay.
guy, from our mindset, we know how those things can play out. We have a window. We look for a window, right? And when that window is open, we will
Okay.
jump in. I
Okay.
bet you try that tonight, Denise. It will work for you every day and anytime. You have that window open for a guy you have in your inner circle, you call your friend. Just test them. Say Melvin said, test them. They will jump in that window without even thinking about it. That's the
Okay.
reason why
First
guys
of
don't
all,
want their lady being friend with another guy.
before I go to Miss B, right? Patient, what's the reaction to that? Is it true that when a female is friends with a male, right? If a guy if a girl is friends with a guy, something gonna happen?
No, one of my best friends are he's a guy. We've been friends for over 15 years. We
Okay.
have lived together. I
Mm,
have walked around in painting. He don't even look at me like that. He's like a brother.
okay.
They have some men who are just friends with you and they look at you as a sister just
Okay.
because you're a friend. Maybe he have it thoughts in his mind, but it
Mm,
never once. And I play with him all the time. Like we'll be
mm,
joking. I'm like, since we're living together less days, he'll look at me like, go put some clothes on. Don't nobody want to see that. They have
mm.
some guys like real friendship that are just friendship. Is he gay?
There
Yeah.
you go.
So,
That's another good
Is
so,
question.
that
so yeah. So first
I
of
knew that was coming. I
first of
knew
all,
that was coming.
do you want to respond to this one? Is he? I
he's
mean,
not gay.
you see
He's one of the biggest
Yeah,
players in
yeah.
Minnesota.
wait, guys, one at a time.
Again,
Wait,
again.
Miss
Go
B, Miss
ahead.
B. Let patient finish your talk, please. Patient, go ahead. Wait.
He's
Once
not
he,
gay. He's one of the biggest players in Minnesota.
okay,
Shit. No,
okay,
not at
and then
all.
if he's not gay, is he ugly?
He's not ugly.
Is he your type? Is he your type or not your type? Okay,
I mean, I never looked at him like that, and I believe he
okay,
never looked at me like that. We
okay,
built our relationship strictly on friendship.
okay. Fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Now, Miss B. First of all, what's the reaction to that, and why do you think guys have that insecurity when they have their girlfriend with another guy?
So when my husband met me, he
Mm-hmm.
met me with some close male friends
Okay.
to the point where these friends stood in our wedding
Hmm.
as groomsmen, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes down to the understanding you guys have with each other
Mm-hmm.
and that being secure. I think a lot of those inabilities for people to have relationship with the opposite sex is about insecurities, right? um I don't have a problem, especially if you meet the person. Like going forward, once you guys are an item, you're together, you should be making friends together. You should be
Mm-hmm.
making new friends together, right? You should not be out there making new friends. But if you meet your partner with that female friend or that male friend, that person was there before you. So evidently, if you're able to enter the picture, there was nothing there, or there will
Mm-hmm.
be nothing there.
Okay.
I That's how I look at it, right? So I don't have a problem with my husband having female friends. He doesn't have a problem with me having male friends. And having male friends does not mean that I'm calling my male buddy for us to go have lunch together or go have dinner together or go do events together, right? But my male buddy will be invited to activities that my husband and I are having, whether it's we're welcoming that new baby, we're getting married, we're having the ugly Christmas sweater party. He's gonna come, yeah, he's gonna show up,
So
and vice versa. I
so the
will say
only
my other male friend, his wife had a problem with our relationship, and so
mm,
I understood,
okay.
and I bowed out of that friendship, right, for the sake
Mm,
of his. That's me caring about him as a friend.
mm,
And so I bowed out of that relationship, of that friendship. And that's a friend that my husband knew and met me with. And he realized, he's like, oh, what happened with you and so and so? I was like, well, his wife wasn't liking the fact that he and I were so close. He's like, oh wow, that's unfortunate. Because me
Okay.
and this person have been friends probably since junior high. We had been
Mhm.
friends for a long time, and this is him getting married. We're in our 20s, 30s now, and this marriage is a reason why we're not friends anymore, right? But
Okay.
that's okay, right? So that aspect does happen. I get it, Mel. It does happen, and that's fine. I'm going to respect that. But
So,
I do believe men and women can be friends.
so for you though, for your male friends, the only time you guys keep that friendship is when your husband or your family is around. Right? That's the only time your male friends come around. Is that true?
I will say yes. I think people just naturally understand and respect boundaries, right? It's
Mhm.
not where I need to say, I have my husband now, so you and I can't be friends anymore. No, it was just I have
So
Denise is in a serious.
why can't you, hey, maybe I'm sitting down, like your male friend sitting at a bar, you say, hey, Denise, can you come over? I mean, I have a drink. Genuine friendship. Nothing there. Miss B, come over to have a drink.
There will be nothing wrong with that. I really don't find anything. If he's out and about at a restaurant, which most likely I probably told him about that restaurant again because I'm a foodie and I
Mhm.
recommend restaurants. I keep a list and I share my list with my friends.
Mhm.
And he's at my favorite spot, like he knows I like sushi and he's at Wakame. I'll be like, I'm pulling up.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, baby, he's at Wakame and my husband be like, that's cool, boo, bring me back some.
Okay. Okay.
It's just the understanding you have with your partner. You have to set that
Yeah.
boundary too. You have to be able to set boundaries between your marriage and your friendship as well. That goes for both females and male.
Okay.
So
And he fixed cars. So him and my husband became even closer than he and I, to be honest.
Okay. And now, okay, that's fair. That's fair. So, Wayne, are you ready to contribute here, or you say, okay, well, don't come and get you, or we can just be actually about Mel. So
Yeah.
anyway, anyway, so the patients and Miss B have said there's nothing wrong with females and males being friends. I mean, for you, you have problem with that. They say, hey, it's like I mean, not that their male friends are ugly or they are gay. It's just like there's nothing there. It's just a genuine friendship.
My brother, I will say this tonight. There
Mhm.
is a social experiment that was carried on, and then it will continue to happen over time. Wherein a lady will say, "This friend and I have been friends
Yep.
for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, right? And
Mhm.
and we just remain friends." Now that experiment, they will ask the woman, say, "You know what? Call this friend of yours. Say,
Okay.
I'm ready for you today. I want to knock." Right? I
Okay.
hope our child is not
So
listening.
let me just before you finish your talk, we have a caller on the line. Let me just let the caller contribute, and then you can finish your talk process.
Sam,
Absolutely.
go
Can
away.
you state your name and where you calling from, please?
Good evening, folks. This is Sam calling from Minnesota. Hey, Bubby, I want to join and add on to this. What you said, I agree with you, and I want to say there's when a woman is friends with a guy, that guy is on standby.
There you go.
The woman is the one who is usually controlling the boundaries that they share. Any woman tonight who's been friends with a guy for years, except where they have shared something wherein they can't cross that anymore. Like for example, if that guy has dated your friend, your best friend, or your sister, or something like that, wherein you know there's a no, right? But any guy who you think is your friend, basically that thing you're saying tonight, that guy, if he hasn't crossed any boundaries with you, as I just stated, call that man now, text him tonight, and put him on a test and give us the response tomorrow. Can you do that?
I mean, the man and I lived together. We lived together for 6 months. Nothing happened. It's not.
All right, Patience. Sonny is not right with that guy.
Okay. Okay. Sam, are you done? Are you done with your thought, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Thank you for contributing. Thank you. Thank you. So Mel,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
finish
so
your talk.
as I was saying before, our caller just called. Brother Sam, how you doing, brother? Good evening. Hope to have you back on the show here so we can keep on crossing fire. The point I was trying to make, social experiment, 99.5% of the time, right, that I have seen over time, a lady will be a friend with a guy from childhood. Maybe they were kids at the age of 6, 7 years of growing up. Nothing happened. This guy had this thing within him. He never expressed it. But that's also the social experiment I'm just talking about. They'll try the lady, say, all right, who's your best friend, your male best friend? so and so person. Let's just say Melvin for the purpose of the conversation. All right, call Melvin and say, Melvin, my boyfriend and I had just broken up. I want you to come and chill with me tonight. And chilling requires us knocking. Or 99.6% of the time, that conversation will go this way. You know what? This is what I wanted ever since. You know, I've been liking you, but I don't know how to say it. We established a friendship and I didn't want to break it. 99.5% of the time of the experiment I'm just talking about.
Statistics,
always been that. So what am I driving at, right?
Okay.
Yes, Ms. B, you made a point here to say, if I'm in a relationship and I have a friend, I want to keep that friend around, getting my partner involved. Not just saying, oh, yeah, I'm calling my friend, I'm going there to sit with my friend, just exclude my partner. Then you're creating an environment that is not conducive for that person. Getting this person involved every time you're hanging around, letting the person know, oh, I'm hanging out with my male friend. There are some male friends, but it's very hard. It's very slim to see a male friend or be around a female and not have that feeling about this person. But they wouldn't express it. Like I just said, those stats, those social experiments over time have proven that men cannot be friend with female without thinking about that piece of it.
Okay. First of all, patient. Let me get your thought on this, right? Do you agree with that 95%? I'm confused. I don't know what
no. That percentage is too high.
But do you agree with that 95%? That do you agree with that statistic? 95%.
Nope.
Okay. Well, first of all, so I want to push this line. Then it's like I'm kind of aligning with the females here tonight. I feel that it can be genuine friendship. It's like both ways, right? It can be genuine friendship. So I want to dive into a little bit, where self-control, right? To me, that's where self-control comes in. I can be friends with someone, okay? There's certain line I don't want to cross with you. We can just be genuine friends, right? It's like that's where self-control comes in. Don't you think? Mel is saying, there can be no self-control. Miss B.
The Patience gave her example. I'll give my example. Mm-hmm. Yes, I was dating the notorious Liberian cheater.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you come into
notorious, but may he rest in peace. A notorious Liberian cheater. I didn't know I was so green at that time when he and I was together.
Okay.
I come from work and it's his place, of course, and he's gone to the club. Well, he was going other places, and so the guy friend I talked about that I had at the time, it was the year where the movie Departed was out. Yeah. And so I called him up. I couldn't get into the apartment. I was living with him. It was his place, but I couldn't get in. And I called, and it had to been this is 11 p.m. at night. Mm-hmm. And I called my guy friend up. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm hungry. He said, come over, let me feed you. Got there. He put some food in the oven for us. He put the movie in, and we chilled till 3 a.m. in the morning. And it was so embarrassing. I pretended like I was going home to that cheating boyfriend who still had refused to pick up the phone at 3 a.m. in the morning to recognize that I needed to get into the apartment. So embarrassed, because at this point my friends probably like, well, when are you supposed to have your serious relationship? Why are you to my house at 3 a.m. in the morning eating up all my little single man food? Okay. And nothing happened to this day, Mel. Nothing happened between me and that guy.
Mel point was so where the Mel point was that night you were vulnerable if there was any kind of a hint. Don't you think? Something could have happened.
That would have been a prime night for him to confess his feelings to me, because I was vulnerable. I'm dealing with somebody who's cheating on me. I'm locked out of the apartment. I have nowhere to go, and he has fed me. He has entertained me.
And he never made any move for you.
He didn't make any move towards me. And by this time, we are out of high school, out of college. No, we're still in college. I think it was probably my last year of college. And nothing has ever happened between us. And I've been friends with him since junior high. I'm talking we're 13, 14 year old. By this time we're in college when this incident happened, and he never said anything.
Okay. Mel, you have a question from Ms. B?
Yes. Ms. B, you control the dynamic of that relationship, your friendship. If sometimes what can be going on in the male's head is, I don't want to ruin this friendship by trying to cross the line. A lot of the time, They would say, I don't want to break this friendship, because sometimes what we don't want to do is make you see us like, fools when we build that friendship with you over time. And what we don't want to do is just starting to be the one, reaching out to you. If you have made an attempt, I'm just saying hypothetically, I'm not saying it will happen 100%, but most of the time, that dude will open up to you. So they don't want to lose the friendship with you and try to play cool.
So
a lot of
you walking around, you
want you to be the one opening up.
Is that not me giving him? What about me? And
I was going to push
back
it.
to Patience in her panties.
Yeah, and what do you think? Yeah, Patience, just with that. Let me just kind of push it now a little bit. Why does Mel think that if the female open up, the Patient case, right now, let you expand on your situation, Patience. Patience said sometimes she used to be in the house naked, and there are females that female and male generally will be there.
She's wearing her underwear.
Let me just stop you there and answer this question.
But there's nothing there.
Abraham wants he can take it to the other level.
Let me stop you there and answer this question. There's no man, right? Who is potent will be around a female friend that'll be naked passing around in the house. That would be okay with that. They will literally tell you, go and put on your clothes.
He always told me, like, go put some clothes on. Nobody want to see that.
Listen, something is not right with that young man. I'm telling you now. Go back. There's nothing wrong with something is not right with that young man. This young man that is potent and that know that gonna do something with woman will be in the house with a female friend, be naked in the house.
Now say he impotent.
I'm not saying he is.
Wait. Is he Liberian, Patience? Is he Liberian?
Yes, he's Liberian.
Listen, stop that too, man. Stop fooling us yesterday.
Miss B, your friend that you went to and you stayed there up to 3 a.m. Is he a Liberian also?
No, he's African American.
African American, okay. So again, then Mel, are you just talking about men in general, or there is mainly talking about Liberian men?
I think he's talking about men in general.
Brother. Men in general. For Miss B case, B's case, we can look at it from a different standpoint. This dude didn't want to cross boundary. If Miss B have opened up, she have opened up hypothetically, this dude would have expressed his interest. I'm just saying this.
That's very likely.
You can reevaluate that.
If Miss B said she was vulnerable, she went there from.
But she didn't say that to him though.
How can you? Okay, well, no, for a female, like
he knew why I was there. I called him. And I told him, so and so is not home. I'm locked out of the house. Can you feed me? I'm so hungry. He's like, yeah, come on over. Let's pop in a movie. I'll feed you. And he literally fed me. He cooked for me, everything. But I was in the couch with the blanket, everything. We watched the movie. It was a good movie, The Departed. You know?
And Mel, wait, let's go right there, right? If a man want to make a move, to me, I think that was a perfect situation. Right
there. And it made me to respect him even more. Right,
exactly.
And maybe to respect him even more.
Wait. A woman doesn't have to come to you. Oh, I can't.
Right.
No female going to tell you that.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, we don't have to.
But the fact that she show up, okay, and she was vulnerable.
Yeah.
If he wanted to take that thing at a different level, he could have made a move, and he never.
All right. Let me ask Patient before I answer your question. Miss B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you thinking that direction that night when you went there?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Yes. What I was saying.
My friend, he's good looking too. He's an Usher lookalike.
Yeah.
I know Miss B will not answer my question here. I know Miss B will not answer my question, but yes, let me answer your question, AB.
Okay.
We are not the same. For me personally, if I was single, my best friend come to my place over there. I will make a move.
Talking about
now we're talking. This is the why. Mel know himself, so he removes all temptation.
No.
I have a female friend because that chose himself. Is that
you don't trust
myself, brother.
That's what it is. At the end of the day, because he don't trust his wife either. He don't trust himself, and he don't trust his wife either. So therefore,
it has
we're removing all temptation. That's Mel and mindset.
No,
We
it
moving
has
all
it has
temptation to make it
it has
equal.
nothing to do with that. I'm
Yes.
speaking generally. We
Yeah.
all are not the same, right?
Okay.
Like I said, when I just responded to you,
Yeah.
some men would not want to try that one moment that will ruin your friendship you built over time. But that thoughts were dead.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, how do you think that thought was? I mean, how will you say that thought was there? That's the only thing.
Right.
Maybe
Man,
that's
we're
your
talking
thought,
about
bro.
man. We're talking about man and female in the same place, in
No,
close.
so as a lady, okay, then I will go there and have the, like you're trying to kind of buy into the narrative, right? The females have been talking about that women are insecure. I don't want to go. Okay, I don't want to.
You call that
insecurity because that's what you're trying to. That's what you're trying to confirm here tonight.
Yes.
You have a female friend, okay, and have that self-control, and let it just be genuine. Nothing gotta be going through your head. If I want to do something, there are other females out there. Not why does it have to be with her?
Right.
You call that insecurity?
Well, if that's what you're saying, that there's something must be there. That means that women
That
will always.
my partner.
If this
You as my partner not wanting me to have a male friend, that is insecurity on your part.
Well, I would say.
And little do you know, boo. Little do you know, the female friends then that decided to swing the other way. They're approaching. They're approaching too. So, but we not worrying only about a male friend.
Yes, the DMV.
Go ahead.
You gotta worry about somebody's female friends that people flipping sides these days.
I wouldn't have a problem with my lady having a male friend, but I want to be involved. Like I just said earlier, right? I want us to talk about it. I just don't want you, blindfolded.
Why do you want to talk about it? Don't you trust a judgment?
Because I'm a male, brother. The more we spend together with another opportunity. Let me answer your question, Heavy. You ask me a question.
What are you talking about exactly, Mel? What does that conversation look like?
Well, the conversation would be, Miss B, you can just wake up, oh, my friend called me, I'm going, and leaving me out of that conversation, right? You hanging out with this dude, you got me, but you're spending time with.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's simply, honey, Mel called me. He said talked to Mel. Mel said he's somewhere sitting down eating. It's somewhere I like to eat too. Mel said, come. Who's going to turn down free food?
Right.
Seriously, that's how I'm looking at it.
Turning down free food.
Yes.
Are you saying, Mel, honey, let's go. Come with me?
No, because no.
No, then that would be a problem. Let me be the one to say, baby, go. Let me say, baby, go.
Oh, wow.
My brother.
Let me tell you, Mel, I have to be secure.
Men don't think that
wait 1 second. We have a used car dealership. You know who my husband's number one customers are? Females. Females, because women statistically love to buy SUVs. Single moms that want to buy SUVs. We sell a lot of SUVs, especially winter time now. I cannot be worried about that. And yes, that is a very much a likelihood or a possibility. I cannot be worried about that. And oftentimes what's going to happen is 80%, the 80-20 rule in business is 80% of your customers are your return customers. He's still friends with about 80% of those women who have bought vehicles from him, because what happens, they are the best referrals and they're the ones that come back and want to turn in their car and upgrade to the next one. I can't. And so over time, and when I talk about forming new relationships, it comes with the territory because of the kind of business that we have. And so I cannot be worried about that. Right. I have to trust that my husband is happy with what he has at home, that he won't be tempted. And at the end of the day, he coming home to me and that money coming with him, boo.
Okay. Well, no, you want to say something to that, and then from there we'll try to, get
but she's talking about business here, though. Those are not friendship. You're talking about customers.
Those are new friendships that get formed because of the business
it's different from what we're talking about. Having customers is different from friendship. So, Ms. B, I just want us to understand the dynamic. Customers is not the same as friendship.
Customers can become friendships.
Can become friendship, and that's a different conversation we're going to have. Because if you're having a business, you expect to have, customers that will always, wait you.
So Mel point here tonight.
Relationship is built on trust.
We're patient. Mel point here tonight Okay, female should have female friends. Female should not have male friends. Men should have men friends. Men should not have female friends. That's male point.
Wow.
And
Well,
then you
if
patient,
you
wait,
overgeneralizing it,
But that's what you're
you know,
saying.
you're
That's
not gonna
exactly what
close
you're
with that
saying. What do
tonight.
you mean?
Pick a side, Mel. Pick a side. Pick a side.
Patient, isn't that a fair statement tonight?
It is. That's basically what he said. That's what he said. Women are not allowed to have male friends because the men want to sleep with you, and that is not true. That's a very false statement. They have some guys friends who just take you as a sister.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
okay, I see. Like my friendship, for example, I was in a terrible position. He saw me as a guy. He knew he could help me. He gave me not helping. He could have taken advantage of the situation at that time. No, he stepped in as an older brother, and since then I value that relationship. Sometimes I even mess with him, taking me out on a date. He would take me, pay for my food, and leave me right there and go look for his woman. Like me, you were not doing that. That's the type of relationship that we have.
So let me just tell my brother Mel this as well, right? It's like I was a good friend of mine, you know. She's still a good friend, you know. It's like she came from Liberia, you know, it's like you know how someone come from Liberia, right? It's like, you know, they're trying to just make it, and then like, we got close. Okay. It's like her cell phone, like everything anything she wants to do, right? She used to call me Mr. AB, you know how Liberians, everything. It's like so at a point, you know, folks like, oh, people don't trust us. So at a certain point, folks started accusing me that I was going over her. But it was just a genuine friendship, right? And she introduced me to her boyfriend. Then I was in Liberia. Today, two of us, you know, he's even one of my best friend. I'm saying, Mel, I know you want to generalize it like that, right? Those things sometimes is nothing. And to Patience, even like to Patience's point, she and I at one point we live in a close quarter. Like she and I like we share apartment for like 2 months. There was nothing there. I have my other folks, you know what I mean? I do my things, and she was doing her thing, right? Those things can be genuine. I know we men can be crazy in the air sometimes, but there can be male and female friendship, and there can be female and male friendship. I don't think there's anything there. It's all about trust, right? Hey, do you trust yourself? And sometimes to me it has to do with self-control, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to I don't want you generalizing. I know where you're coming from, brother. Maybe you have been burned a couple of times, but but
And I'm not a 5%, I'm not a 10%. I'll choose.
You're not gonna
I'm
close
so
on me like
sorry,
this.
Mel.
You know I'll come back.
I'm not closing.
I'm so
So
sorry.
let me respond to all what you just said here.
Okay,
I think if you guys were kind of paying attention to what I was saying, it's about respect. It's about, you know, setting boundaries. Now, a single man, does that mean you can be friend with female? Absolutely. Yes, you can. But if you are in a position where you have partner, right, you got to set boundaries. And that boundaries does not mean you can't just have caught up one of your friends. That boundaries, you got to make sure your partner is aware, your partner is in a loop of all of these things. If you are just having male friends and exclusively seeing your male friends, then it becomes questionable. I think I said that from the get-go of this conversation. But holistically and generally speaking, it's hard for a male and female to just be just friends without having that in the back of their mind. Like I said earlier, there's a window. That man just waiting for that window. I gave you a social experiment. Social experiment that have happened over time, and it has proven. It has proven over time, men is not just around there because they want to be a friend with female. You give them a window, they will enter through that window regardless of what that friend is.
I don't believe that.
You will not believe it, patient. I'm not trying to convince you, but I'm telling you.
Okay. Mel, we hear you. But folks,
through my window.
We have been discussing women and friendship. You know, it's been very, very interesting. My brother Mel won man to man friendship, woman to woman friendship. He want no cross pollination going on, right? He want nothing like that going on because hey, something might happen. But anyways,
absolutely
discussing women and friendship. So as we close here tonight, we've been pushing this now for the last 1 hour 20 minutes. So we don't want to go all night. But as we leave tonight, patient, what's your final message to our audience out there who have been listening to us about the dynamics of women and their friendship? Whether it be they have a male friend or a female friend, to me, like women and their friendship, what message do you want to give our audience tonight? How can women better their friendship? I guess.
So as we to our females, let's stop using the word friends lightly. Like there is a length to certain relationship before you can be like, okay, this is my friend. Like see the person and see how long and how much they show up for you. That's the definition of friendship. Regardless of what happened, you guys are there together through thick and thin. If you fall out with somebody, the next day you hear your story out there, that's not your friend. That was never your friend. It was just an enemy in disguise waiting for the opportunity to spit every tea out. So be very careful when you're labeling these people in your life, because not everybody that walk into your life is coming there with a good intention.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Mel. How do you think females can better their friendship? And what's your party message for our audience tonight as it relates to this topic?
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I think we have fun here tonight. Interesting topic, but I will leave you guys with few key things to build your friendship with your fellow female. I think the first thing you gotta look
No,
into.
no male, right? I just want to throw that out there. No, no females, no male. I
Oh,
beg
brother,
you.
stop it, man. Stop it. Let me close here. Let me close here in peace, eh? Let me close here in peace, eh? Uh,
Okay, let's
so,
go.
so, so, so key
Yeah.
things, right? We have to be, ladies, we have to be emotionally intelligent. Talk about things and that dive into the next piece I will kind of close on with. Being able to, dissent, who your friends should be, establishing a friendship from not just I meet this person today, yes, this person is my friend, assess that friends, right? Then you look into share experiences, right? Mutual support. How is my friend going to support me as I progress my life? When things happen, do I trust this person to be there for me when I need them? That's what friendship is. Establish sisterhood, basically. Make sure the person have a back in whichever way they could help you as a person, and you in return help them too as well. And then, the last piece is conflict resolution. I know for people to already establish something moving forward, two people coming together, there'll be that hauling and pulling. We're all not the same. We have differences, but
Okay.
being able to resolve those conflicts, sitting down and talking about it, and just not building resentment over time will help you guys, female, establish a real friendship with your counterpart.
Okay. Miss B, what's the closing message for our audience tonight? And how do you think you females can better your friendship in it? As for you, go from 3 maybe to 10.
I think just kind of really understanding the personality and characteristic differences.
Yeah.
Patience kind of talked about the length of time that it goes without her seeing her friend or interacting with her, and then when they see each other, it's like no time has passed, right?
Okay.
There are certain dynamics to friendships like that, and people need to just kind of understand each other, right? Like who Denise really is. This is Denise, and this is how she shows up for me, and this is what her love language looks like, right? And showing up for me as a friend.
Okay.
I will say a thing that kind of tears into this male and female thing is, this female and female dynamics is being threatened by other women because of their ability or maybe capability of taking your partner is a real thing, right? And I know that has happened over the years in so many different ways and shape and form. We're not going to dismiss that, right? That some women have been burned by other women because they feel that friend came and took their husband or came and took their boyfriend. But we need to start holding these men responsible for how they played a part in that. So the reality is, those men, if I left Abraham and went to Mel and Abraham would still be friends. That's the reality, right? And I think the inability for us to be able to heal through those things and not take it into the next potential female friendship you could find,
Yeah.
and take it into the next potential female you could find, has caused this deepened, rooted divide with us Liberian women. I'll just start there before you even get to other nationalities.
Okay.
has really caused this rooted deep divide. And hopefully we'll get another chance to bring up this topic again. And I just
Okay.
want to close like that and say, so we can go to sleep tonight thinking about how do we close that divide that has happened among our Liberian women over the years because of these type of things.
Okay. Well, thank you, folks. Thank you to our panelists tonight. It's been a great show. Entertaining. Now educated us tonight that hey, man to man friendship.
No
I,
cross contamination.
let's
No
leave.
mixing. No
Let's leave.
mixing.
I mean, for me, it was a great education. But Mel, you ready to entertain us tonight? It was a great show.
Ladies, close your window so they can't jump
Oh,
inside.
yes.
I know, right?
Mel,
No jumping through the window.
Small. That doesn't will jump through that window. Damn it. Yeah, so that was a great one. But hey, folks, tomorrow we're going to be here discussing money and the election result, right? Oh, it was
Thank
a
you.
It was a competitive election. You want to know? So tomorrow is our weekly business and finance fire chat. And next week we're going to be back Tuesdays and Thursday. Our new time is 7:30. We feel that's when most folks can, it's like give you time to tune in and and listen to us. But guys, it was a great show tonight. It was very, very entertaining. Thank you so much for contributing. Panelists, thank you for tuning in. So, hey, good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
See you next time.
Turn on your screens, let